Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Kyle Clark.
I'm Kim Christensen. Denver Mayor Mike Johnston says his budget proposal for next year will cut to the bone without affecting key city services.
9 News reporter Spencer Seuch has been looking through this proposal for us. And Spencer, the city is both slashing spending, but also planning ways to transfer a few more dollars from Coloradans' pockets into their own.
Yeah, the revenue that the city is trying to generate here will only account for a small percentage of the $200 million budget shortfall that they're trying to collapse here. But if you're driving on Denver roads in 2026, either slow down or say cheese to those. There is nothing left to trim in the 2026 city budget proposal, says Denver Mayor Mike Johnston.
We're at the bone now, Mike. Any additional cuts here will impact core services.
The city has a $200 million deficit. Denver has already saved more than half of that by laying off city employees and eliminating vacant jobs. But this year's budget looks far different than last year's, including how the city plans to generate revenue. The city is counting on an additional $2.2 million catching speeding drivers with those pesky photo radar vans and their tickets. It also plans to make another $2.1 million by allowing people to hire the fire department for inspections instead of a private company, and another $1.4 million through Denver Parks and Rec, selling less discounted memberships for the city's gyms and pools, and renting greenhouse spaces.
We had a great Parks and Rec employee who identified that they get lots of requests from people who can't find greenhouse space in the city.
All of those revenue streams should close just 3% of the gap. The mayor's office says the rest will come in other ways, only running the homeless shelters that the city owns, not offering raises to employees, and projections to collect more money from existing taxes. Ways that may not be fun, but would get the job done.
You have to make the hard decisions to live within your means. You have to be able to balance your budget, even when it's difficult.
The mayor's office noted that key services like trash collection, street sweeping, snow plowing are not going to be affected in this upcoming budget. Denver's not one of the only cities that's having an issue like this. In fact, 20 of the 25 biggest U.S. cities, according to Pew, have some sort of budget gap that they have to deal with, mostly driven by declining sales tax revenue amid economic uncertainty. Live in Denver, Spencer Seuch, 9 News.
There's still a week of summer left, but it's going to start feeling a little more like fall. 9 News Chief Meteorologist Kathy Sabin is here with a quick look at the forecast. We're hanging on, but we're tracking a front, Kim, that's coming in from the north as we speak. So today was the warmest day, the most sunshine, mid-80s today, beautiful late summer day. Tomorrow's going to look a little bit different. We have increasing clouds, a cooler day, and a pretty good chance of rain from storms in the afternoon. So pack the rain gear if you're headed out and about tomorrow. Temperatures have cooled a bit at 65 for DIA, still in the low 70s downtown here at the 9 News studios. The wind is starting to pick up. We have the first of two fronts coming in from the north. The parent low is spinning over Idaho, and that's going to bring us 48 hours of cool, unsettled weather. And we're already seeing some showers showing up on radar over southeastern Wyoming, the Northwest Plateau, and even a little thunder and lightning around Castle Rock, Castle Pines, out toward Bailey and Conifer. We do expect that the severe weather threat will stay to the north of us overnight tonight, but tomorrow, eastern Colorado gets in on the action. A little bit of low cloud cover, a partly sunny start to the day, and then the foothill storms develop by about 2 or 3 o'clock, and those showers and storms will come through in waves from the southwest toward the northeast. Temperatures in the upper 60s now will drop into the mid 50s overnight. Your weather headlines include this incoming cool front. Coming up, we'll have the timing and impact and what this means for your outdoor activities on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then we'll look ahead to the last full weekend of summer in just a bit.
In July, a group that monitors hate speech and extremism alerted the FBI to some disturbing posts and online activity, posts that are now tied to the 16-year-old student who shot 2 of his classmates at Evergreen High School. The Anti-Defamation League forwarded what they knew to the FBI months ago. They knew the person behind the post admired mass shooters, had an affection for white supremacist symbols and language, and was collecting tactical gear. But they say they did not know Desmond Holly's name or where he lived. The FBI says that it launched an investigation. We're still working to learn what exactly agents did to try and connect the posts to the person responsible for them. The 2 students hurt in last week's shooting are still in the hospital, and the school is closed this week. Today, Evergreen Parks and Rec, along with some local businesses, invited students to gather and be together. They provided music, games, therapy animals to help the students as they process what happened last week. We talked to a parent of 2 students who says going back to school yesterday to get their things was difficult, but she believes the opportunity to be offline and around their friends really did help today.
They definitely are grieving the loss of their feel of safety. So they're going through the process of grieving. This is so appreciated, this gathering, because they need to see people in person, they need to interact.
District leaders are still working on a plan for when students will come back to school. They hope to have that finalized later this week.
Tonight, Thornton police say a man is in custody in connection with a 22-year-old cold case. Police in Iowa arrested him for the murder of Rosa Arguello.
9 News reporter Janelle Finch explains what we know about the case.
This story takes us back to October 2003. Rosa Arguello was just 29 years old when she was murdered. Investigators say she was found dead in a field in Thornton near Quebec Street and 120th Avenue. 22 years ago, 9 News spoke to people in the area who are processing the loss.
I think everybody's still in shock pretty much. It hits us at different times.
After decades unsolved, today Thornton PD announced an arrest in Arguello's case. They had issued a warrant for 55-year-old Robert McLean. The Dubuque Police Department in Iowa took him into custody. An arrest brings the case closer to justice, but it still doesn't fill the hole left in the community.
It's got to be toughest on her kids. She's got 2 boys that are 12 and 13, and they're having a tough time coping.
Arguello was a member of the Hopi tribe. We reached out to the Colorado Missing, Murdered, and Indigenous Relatives Task Force as they tracked her unsolved case. They say they've been working with Thornton PD to get more answers. Janelle Finch, 9 News.
We are learning more tonight about the man shot and killed by a deputy in Centennial. The Arapahoe County coroner released his name today, identifying him as 28-year-old Travis Barrett. The sheriff's office says the deputy shot him yesterday morning while responding to a report of shoplifting at the Walmart south of Arapahoe Road. Investigators claim Barrett had a machete and a knife. The shooting remains under investigation.
CBI says it's making progress on its backlog of untested sexual assault kits. In March, there were more than 1,400 yet to be analyzed. The estimated turnaround for the whole batch was more than 500 days. CBI says its backlog was made worse by the Missy Woods scandal. The former DNA analyst faces criminal charges over accusations she manipulated data in more than 1,000 cases. After that scandal, the agency outsourced some kit testing. It's also been working to train more scientists. As of 2 weeks ago, there are now 930 or so untested kits, with an estimated turnaround of just under 500 days. CBI set a goal of decreasing the turnaround to 3 months, and they now believe that they will get there by September of next year. Originally, they thought it wouldn't be until spring of 2027.
I-25 is open again in northern Colorado tonight after a wrong-way crash shut it down this afternoon. Jeremy Klein shared this dash camera video with us showing a Larimer County deputy chasing after the car going south in the northbound lanes of I-25. The sheriff's office says deputies tried to pull the driver over near Loveland and they took off. The driver hit several cars before deputies performed a pit maneuver and took the driver into custody. Deputies have not yet released that person's name. They also told us one person whose car was hit was hospitalized. It's not clear how seriously they were hurt.
It's been 1 year since the Denver Public School Board voted to close 7 schools and consolidate 3 others due to declining enrollment. School choice then allowed those students to spread out throughout the district.
And one high school has absorbed an international studies program, hoping to continue that style of learning. Here is 9 News reporter Rachel Krause.
Today, what we are going to do is look at the League of Nations.
Inside West High's new Intro to International Studies class.
Do you guys know political cartoons?
The topics are new.
Any other noticings?
And so are the students.
I know our students were lost the first day, like actually lost because the building is so big.
Their teacher, Isabel Barajas de Benavides, and the students, all formerly from DCIS Baker.
It's shrunken a lot. Like last year is a lot of us, and now we fit in the classrooms.
Jordy Cerna is a senior at West.
Answer the following questions with your table mates.
A school he didn't expect to attend.
I started the DCIS program in 6th grade, which was a while ago, And I joined because all of my family members have actually gone to DCIS.
DCIS Baker was one of 7 schools the school board voted last year to close following enrollment declines.
It was really heartbreaking just being an alumni from the school as well as a teacher there. My sister also graduated from the program in 1997 when it was here at West High School. So it's been something that has been a part of my life almost my entire life.
The district shifted the DCIS Baker program to West. DPS data shows of the 138 kids at the high school, just 33 made the move. The other 100 shifted to other schools. School choice allowed students at all 7 schools that closed to enroll where they wanted. But for Barajas de Benavides, the move to West made sense.
We were at DCIS Baker for 20 years. However, the program started here at West High School in 1985. So we had 20 years here and 20 years at DCIS Baker.
West Principal Mia Martinez Lopez says they folded the teachers and students back in, even expanding the program.
Here at West High School, we were able to add 3 more languages to what we already had, as well as, offering some other opportunities for DCIS students.
Losing the building and most DCIS students hasn't been easy.
We're working and we're growing through those pains. And so what really started as a heartbreak and something that was very challenging for our community, we're working to turn it into something positive.
Determined to make this work.
I'm growing a lot and I just got to keep going.
Now, as for the buildings that closed, some already have new futures. Castro became the new home of Summit Academy, a district-run pathway school, and Palmer Elementary is now an early childhood education center. DPS says the community will help to decide what's next for Columbian, IAD Harrington, and Schmidt. Rachel Krause, 9 News.